Hi everyone, just want to show you that my phenite has arrived. So like I said from my previous video, I purchased a whole large batch of phenite. Like I said, it's a little bit pricey, but I think it will be serve the purpose for what it is. So they have a clear crystal, and then you have like the normal phenite crystal in between that are not really formed into crystalline yet, but you can see the spark in between the little lining. This is a really beautiful piece, really beautiful. I can see the aura, but like I said, I couldn't feel the energy. There's something wrong with me. I might come down with something, but I just couldn't feel the energy at all. Now this is the other piece. I can see the aura of the crystal. This is quite beautiful. So they have both combination clear crystalline formation and also cloudy at the same time. Yeah, so they're quite heavy. So all of them are both of these came from the same seller that I purchased previously, and both of them are Russian phenite. And I also purchased like a whole batch of like a smaller, clearer crystal, phenite crystal. Oh, you can see the aura, so pretty. So a whole batch, there's like 11 pieces. They are really beautiful, and they all have different subtle energy. What happened was that when I first got them, I actually did a actually sit down and feel each of these crystals. And then on the first day that I received them, I felt the energy of each and one of them. They are quite very gentle. This is so beautiful. The aura is amazing. I just couldn't send phenite anymore. Like I cannot send the energy. But then again, I thought it was only the phenite, but apparently there's something happened to my senses. I couldn't feel anything at all. I couldn't feel any of my crystal. It felt like there was a strange energetic like blockage or something like that. But like I could see the aura of most of the crystal, but I just couldn't. Oh, so beautiful. And then at first I thought it might be they are like not real phenite, but like I said, the energy is there, but it just something is not real with me. Like something is wrong with me. Even when I touched the Libyan Desert Glass, I just couldn't feel it. Yeah. You know, like that heaviness is not there. And I think maybe because in the day I wear the phenite with the motivite plus the Libyan Desert Glass, like this one big one here. And I noticed this is actually quite a strong energy and strong combination. It's extremely protective because whatever there is like discomfort in my body, I can feel and pinpoint where it is. But like this is more like a spiritual protection and grounding than anything else. And I noticed the difference when I'm wearing it and when I'm not wearing it. So I actually love it. Like it's beautiful. It's a little bit heavy, but it look amazing and it feel amazing. And this is one of the most strongest Libyan Desert Glass energetically compared to most other one that I got. Yeah, it's just not because they're not strong. It's just like they work differently. They just have like a different energetic like vibration or frequency. So this one is really bubbling. Like it was like one of the most happy, bubbly, like cooling, healing Libyan Desert Glass. This one is actually a little bit more grounding. The sensation is a little bit bubbling, but it's also a little bit pressure. It's like a chest pressure when I touch them. This one is absolutely light and beautiful and calming. Like, and then I said to myself, I couldn't feel any of the crystal. Like, I somehow my hand, like I'm very sensitive to crystal. If you're watching most of my video, you know how sensitive I could be. I can describe the energy, where it's affecting and so on like that. But for some strange reason, after the previous phenacite video, and I would start wearing it like probably a week after that, because this is like I make all this wiring, because nobody making custom like pendant. So I did ask around to see if anybody can do this for me, but they are unable to do it. So I did have a vision, like I said, a phenacite in my hand for energy healing, and then the Libyan Desert Glass, and then in my other hand, and then what I do is that I'm projecting the energy. But I haven't had a chance to actually work on myself to do that, simply because I'm actually a little bit exhausted, tired and burnt out. Maybe my iron level is a bit low, and I just need to take care of my body first before I do that. And last week, what happened was I went to a energy healing and a health expo up in WA. It's like a little bit drive away off somewhere in one of the suburban, and I just walked straight to the lady that did the it's called key energy healing. It's not like it's a little bit like combination of Reiki and tapping and body scanning. It's like a combination of pranic healing, but it's a form of energetic sort of like healing that is also old traditional use in Korea. So it's really, really interesting, because like I said, I walk into the convention center, right? And I just walk straight there, and then I just like, could I please just have a session? And that lovely was so lovely. Her energy was so beautiful. And I felt every single point that she worked. I can feel the heat, the pain, whatsoever, the cooling effect. And I noticed the way she aligning all my chakra and then balancing it. And I felt like I probably need more than just one session. So I said, I might as well try Reiki after that. So after her, and then I went straight to a Reiki healer. And I noticed that the Reiki healer only focused on my third eye and my crown chakra. She didn't actually do much on my chest or my feet. Yeah, she did a little bit on my hand, but that's okay. But then I realized that the Reiki healing wasn't that effective compared to the key, because the lady that did the key healing, she already did most of the cleansing work. Yeah, so I was extremely grateful for her, because her hand, the amazing energy coming out, very calm, very nurturing, and very motherly. So I felt very comfortable and trust her touching my energy field. And like when you become more aware of energy healing, you start to notice certain things that people do when they go near your energy field. You become hypersensitive, and then you just automatically avoid or like create like a weird invisible barrier, and then you just walking away from it. So that is something that intuitive and tuning when your body is actually vibrate at a certain level. Yeah. So this phenacite, oh my God. Like I said, I thought I couldn't feel it, but today I start to notice the energy. I can feel the energy now, because I was so worried. For 2 weeks now, I was contemplating, should I do a video, because I just couldn't feel the crystal. Like I couldn't, and I felt like, or maybe like I said, the crystal might not be real, but it's impossible, because I can feel on the first day that I received them, it's there, it's subtle, and I can see the aura in the crystal, like I can see it. Yeah, I can see the aura of the crystal as I look in the camera. Like I look at the camera when I'm recording now, right? Yeah, look at the crystal, right? I can feel the pulsation here. But when I'm actually touching it and not looking at it, and like I just couldn't activate it. So I think there must be some sort of like it's not a physical work. It's more like a visual impact, like a phenakite. It's like a visual thing. So when I look at the photo of the phenakite online, for example, right? This is the reason why I purchased them. I look at them online, and it looks so beautiful. And I can feel the energy through the screen by staring at a photo, right? But for some strange reason, I just couldn't do it. When it's the physical crystal here, I didn't feel the same. So it must have done something to the eye and then the third eye. And then it just sent a weird vibrational energy to the crown chakra. It's like vibrating. Yeah, it's that's how I describe. And I also noticed when I was looking at the Brazilian phenakite photo as well, or watching a video of some kind, just looking at it, it will activate somehow. It's just pulsate. But the physical stone itself, when I was carrying it, it felt like it doesn't work in the physical level. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Or maybe because I'm just weird. It's the initial shock when I bought the Nigerians like phenakite, and then the Russian and the Burma crystal, which is so heavy. It's just blow my mind, right? So I said to myself, maybe those are the real ones. But no, these are came from the same supplier. They are the actual crystal. Like you can feel it. Like you can see it, you can see the aura, but it's just my hand somehow, some way. I just could not feel the phenakite, and I thought that was and then I doubt myself because when I touched my artery, right? When I touched my artery, I couldn't feel anything. Like I said, I just couldn't. Yeah. I can see the aura in the screen. I can see it real well, so vivid, right? But my hand, the vibration, there must be some sort of like body blockage or something like that. I just couldn't feel it. However, the funny thing was, right, my hand is actually getting warmer and hotter. I can feel my hand getting really hot. Because when I was at work, right, I was just touching people because that's part of the job, being interactive, right? And I noticed when I touched people, people said, "Oh, your hand is very nice and warm." And I was like, "Oh, really?" I noticed that my hand is actually warmer and it's much more. I can send the energy much better in my hand. So maybe the energy, the intention of vision of using phenakite and Libyan Desert Glass to do energy healing is actually automatically activated when you're wearing it, when I wear it, okay? And then it's automatically transfer energy to people that you feel like subconsciously or energetically or spiritually you think the person need, or your higher self automatically kick in and give out the energy when it need. So that's why when I got home, I feel a little bit tired. That was an excuse. I was tired because I've been cleaning my house. I've been doing a lot of moving. And then I was just getting like a new bed for my baby, Bodhi and Sage. So they have a new bed now, and I got extra cushion and extra blanket ready for the cold weather. Like we're in autumn now. So it's windy and stormy outside, but like I want my dog to be tucked in with extra cushion and blanket. So they're the cutest thing. So that's what I want to share. Like I said, like most of the phenakite I came across was actually the most strongest one I felt was actually the one from Burma. With the Russian, it's very gentle. I can feel the energy back now. It's sort of like fluctuated, coming in and out, but it's very nice and subtle. It's not strong like all the other one. The Brazilian one, I can actually look at the photo of phenakite foam crystal from Brazil, I can look at it and then I can feel it without any issue. However, like that, physically, even looking at the Numite, Numite is one of the most strongest, like grounding, protective crystal that I ever come across. But it's also a crystal of discovering your past life. Because I remember when I first came across Numite, I was in a state of contemplation and loss. We're talking about like 5 years ago. It's the same time I found a moldavite as well as the Numite. It's happened really quick. Like all this crystal is manifest, and then one drag across the other. It was simultaneously. It's activate your timeline. I think I don't know. It's make it feel like not timeline. Make it feel like it speed up your. Not coincident. Speed up your life event, exploration events. Speed it up and condense everything into a narrow timeline. It felt like you don't have enough time for some same reason, and then this crystal came to your life and make you see things faster, and then make you investigate faster and learn faster, and then get to the point where you're destined to be, or reaching your life sort of like purpose faster, and also direct you to the right path, or give you multiple different paths and let you choose. And that's what I like about crystal, because none of my family member actually using crystal healing like the way I do. None of them understand like how to use them. In Vietnam's and most Asian culture, they will use jade or some crystal for feng shui. But I think feng shui is part of the flow of the energy, but I don't think people will use the energy healing like the way that how I look at it. So this is pretty much like a new concept or old concept that has been lost, and it hasn't been enhanced to the level of the crystal effect, like the way that most New Age crystal healing sort of like level. So Vietnam is still underdeveloped in that sort of way, or maybe they developed in the old sort of like tradition, and then after the war, everything just stripped back, and then people just practice in secret up in the mountain, and they're not really likely to share, because if you say something so taboo, you will go in jail, and then how the government over there is, they can be quite strict if it's something that is unknown to them. So like I said, like it's like it took one crystal, it's opened up, and then it will attract multiple other crystal come to your life, and then it attract and accesses multiple event in your life that make you change a lot in the way of who you are, or just to change in the way where you discover your true self or true purpose of life. I think I was much more luckier. Like I said, I was come across like the Numite way earlier, and I did a lot of like past life regression, so I understood why I am and who I am today and will be in the future, and carry on as I am in the future. So that is really important. Become an ultimate healer of all level, physical, mental, spiritual, and energetic level. That's what I want to be in this lifetime, and that feel like is manifesting, right? It's manifesting, but I think I was like putting myself on the back burner because of work life and commitment. I enjoy life a lot, and most of my time I focus on work, and I haven't really focused on spiritual development in the way that most people will aggressively invest in. I tend to be a little bit like procrastinate and take my time to do so, because I don't want to rush. If I rush, then I let everything go. I won't keep anything. like nothing with me. And I feel like the feeling of unable to let go was one of the problem, but it's okay. I think I will learn to let it go one way or the other. Like this weird thing, right? I was looking after somebody who is like 99 years old, and the person will be 100 years old in July. And I said in my mind, and I said, I'm gonna die at the age of 85. I can see it in my palm, right? I can see it. And I say, I'm happy with 85. I don't want to live longer than that. And then I said, I don't want to be confused and terribly. I have humongous like comorbidity and health issue. I just want to die like real quick and swift at 85. That's it. That means like I enjoy my life to the fullest, and then do whatever I'm supposed to do, and then live my life as it is. Yeah, that weird like feeling, that weird thought came in really loud and clear right then when I was interact with the person. And then I was thinking from my other past life regression, sort of like past life regression experience, right? I died quite. I did not really die in the 80s, you know. I lived, well, there were periods when I lived up to a certain 80, 90, yeah. And there are periods I died quite young, yeah, in the 20s. And there's period that I died when I was in my 30 and 40 and 60, you know, like multiple times. There's a few times that I died when I was in elderly stage and died peacefully. But there's also time when I noticed I would die in a very aggressive sort of like course, like execution. Yeah, that was the weirdest, terrible thing. And maybe that was the reason why I have problem with like articulating, saying what I need to do, because my throat, you know, my thyroid gland look bigger than the normal thyroid person. It's not a goiter. It's not a anything like that. It's just abnormally bigger. Yeah, and I noticed why I am attracted to Ajari's, because the Ajari working on the throat chakra, and it's about truth, and I think it's helped me a lot in communication. Like I would never, if you talk to me like probably 10 years ago or like 5 years ago, if you look at me and ask me like, just, you know, do a video and talking about crystal, I would never do such thing. I would do a video for my own like private sort of like a collection and experience, because it's like I said, this channel is purely about my own personal journey and experience through crystal healing, daily lifestyle, and also energetic and spiritual development. That's what I want. Yeah. The intention is always good, pure, and be helpful to self and to other people. So the like most of the crystal I have, they're actually highly vibrational energy. And when we come to manifestation of this crystal, right? Phenite and Libyan Desert Glass. The manifestation is really fast if it's very simple and clear. Yeah, what I mean by simple and clear. So the other day I saw all my crystal on the table. It was just so messy, right? And I said I want something that I could put everything in, and then I want something that can chart the crystal at the same time. And then funny enough, I was baking some bread, like a big loaf of bread, right? And I used a Dutch oven. Yeah, I put the dough in, put in the oven, and then I baked it for half an hour, and then opened the lid, and then bake it for another like 15 minutes to make like beautiful and brown, and it tastes amazing. Yeah, home baked bread. I rarely make them, but I know how to bake bread. Okay, and then I showed pictures to my sister, and she said, "Oh, you know, you know how to bake bread. We don't need to buy it anymore." And then I said, "No way now. You know, I'm not gonna do it." But I said, "Well, I need another Dutch oven or cast iron sort of like pot or something like that, because I need something to bake a second loaf, and because I only got one. And then I went to work, and then on the way home from work, I just took a diverted like direction toward the beach. And then I said, okay, I might as well just stop by the second hand, because I need to go past the school, and then there's like a big second hand place for charity, and then you go straight there, and then the beach on the other side. So I stopped at a second hand place, and look at this. Look at what I found. This is a beautiful pure copper wire fruit basket, and underneath here I got like a beautiful pure selenite plate. Not this type of selenite. It's like a pure true selenite. It's very expensive. Unfortunately, I cannot show it to you because of my K2 crystal. So I put all my K2 crystal down the bottom, and then all bits and pieces of different crystal on the top. And I am actually charging and cleaning it. And then I was like, oh my God, I walk in, and then I saw it and I said, no, I'm going to pick it up. It was like only $2. And I was like, what? I feel like the universe has actually given it to me for some strange reason. And then as I walked to the back of the second-hand place, I was looking for pot and pan and jar, because I love like glass jar. And then on the table, there was a cast iron pot. It was like that big, right? That big, right? A little bit stain on it, and then somebody, it looked like it's in good use, but there was a little bit of stain, and I think the person who gave it up did not want to clean it up, so therefore they donated. And then I said, oh my God, bonus for me. So I bought it, and it's just $8, and it's like the best $8 and the best $2 I ever like spend on. Like I rarely go to secondhand. This is like once in a while, probably a couple of months, or probably like nearly half a year now I haven't been to secondhand. So I pick up some amazing thing like that. So manifestation work really quick if it's clear, sight, and simple. I haven't really asking for anything financially or with a lottery or something like that. I haven't wished for anything more than that, or wanting anything more than that. I probably want something a lot less. But I've been manifesting for a minivan. So hopefully I will get a minivan soon. I've been looking around, automatic medium minivan, because I want to do up a minivan and then not having a van life. Maybe later on I would do a van life and travel around Australia in my minivan, but I want to use a minivan for a business sort of like idea and going off and doing my own business using my van. Yeah, so that's my idea. Or live in a van full time, put my house up for rent, and then I don't have to pay for mortgage ever. Yeah, that was the thought. But anyway, seeing I have two big dogs, I can't really do that. I cannot really crushing my two big baby into a minivan and me. That doesn't seem to fit well. So now that's the thought. So this is what I felt like, the Moldavine make you manifesting really quick, one after the other. And because I don't know, I've been wearing it for so long, I haven't noticed anything. And because with my chaotic personality and thing I do with my daily life, my life has always been chaotic. So I didn't notice any different with the Moldavite when it comes to manifestation. However, but Moldavite really helped me with my sleep, because when I sleep with it, I have no dream. No dream whatsoever, because that's what I want. Because if I took the Moldavite off, I would have so many dreams on my own. And the dreams sort of like give me this restless sleep, which I do not want. I want like a proper sleep without dreaming, without thinking about anything, just sleep. I don't want to wake up feeling tired, because without a Moldavite, the more I sleep, the more I have vivid dream, and then I cannot, when I wake up, I feel really tired and fatigued. So wearing the Moldavite helped me reduce the dream state. So When the Libyan Desert Glass doesn't do that, the Libyan Desert Glass is like feeling a pressure and then feeling grounded and happy. It's one of my happiest crystal. For some strange reason, I feel like Libyan Desert Glass is very protected and the happiest one. And then with the phenakite, when I first combined the 3 crystals together, I felt it's like a comet hitting my chest and pushing me down to the earth and then crush me. That is how heavy the pressure is with the 3 crystal in place. At first, when I put it on, I just feel heavy. And then within half an hour, I feel like I could not breathe. I feel like my head gonna explode. And I feel like my chest, it will pressure so hard. I feel like I'm coming down with a heart attack. That's how I felt. But it wasn't a heart attack. The energy was just so strong that my body cannot cope with it. And seeing that weird incident when I combined the 3 together, I hasn't been the same. Like I said, I lost my sense of feel and touch, like I cannot feel the energy of my crystal. And I thought maybe of my injury and I need energy healing. And I did the energy healing, but for some strange reason, the energy, I can still feel it, but it's very subtle. But what I am more aware is the energy within me. The energy in me is much more stronger. And like I said, the heat in my hand, even sitting here like this, I crossing my leg, try to reduce the energy from coming out, right? I can feel my hand is very, very hot. It's hot. I can feel it just like this. It's hot. It's like automatically generated for some strange reason. So I don't know. The crystal activated. I don't know. But my intention was to generate energy and heal people. So maybe it is. If you have the same experience, let me know. So far, that's what happened with phenakite and my story with Libyan Desert Glass and moldavite. I hope by sharing my experience with you guys, right? I hope that you can give me a little bit of your insight. But yeah, like I said, I can see the aura of the crystal. I can see it by looking in the photo, but I can feel the pulsation when I do it. But physically touching it, like I couldn't feel anything. Yeah, it's pretty weird. But yeah, my hand is so hot. I feel like I need to cool it down a little bit. It made me very uncomfortable because the energy is hot. So I need a crystal to discharge the energy in my body. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, that is my experience with phenakite. This is the Russian phenakite. Maybe next time when I buy the Burmese one and the Brazilian one, and I'll show it to you because the energy is a little bit different. Maybe I can feel a lot better too. Like I said, the Russian phenakite is very subtle. It's very gentle compared to the other aggressive crystal, but it's worked well with me because it's worked for the purpose of what it's supposed to be working for. So there you go. Have a lovely day. I'll see you next time.